bed, so I'm not a bitch.
It's your husband's job. Let's be for real. You keep saying you'll get visible after things totally calm down, right? Meanwhile, your calendar is feral, like a crazy cat, all over the place. Colors, you can't even remember what they are anymore. Your inbox is totally on fire. Yeah, you wish you could set fire to it. And later has been lying to you for years because you know what? The truth is, you are the best kept secret, my friend. You're busy doesn't equal visible. Hard work doesn't magically broadcast itself across the radio waves. Nope. That's why the Brew and Stew Media Spotlight exists. That's right. A collaboration between Nicole Borghi and Colleen Stubbs. One booking, two podcasts, no pitching, no chasing, no pretending you enjoy the outreach. We know you don't. Nobody does. You show up, you talk like the authority you already are. Your message gets heard on purpose to an aligned audience. Stop waiting. Stop hiding behind the busy button and book your Brew and Stew Media Spotlight package now because staying invisible is a choice and you're not going to do it anymore. You're going to be visible. You're going to be influential. Scan the QR code. Make that choice for the Brew and Stew package. Busy, booked, exhausted. Your inbox is screaming at you like a siren. Your calendar is still feral. Still calling yourself visible and you're just the best kept secret. Turns out I was right there with you, my friend. Wasn't getting seen, was just the best kept secret. Wasn't getting heard, definitely kind of getting paid. But here, the magic, my friend. It's a collaboration between Colleen Stubbs and Nicole Borghi. The Voice Lab on the school platform shows you how to use podcast spotlights, summit stages, and simplified, yeah, that's right, simple outreach systems so your visibility actually works. Get seen, get heard, join the free Voice Lab on the school platform, and you're going to get it all. Because if you're working this hard, someone else should know about it. Scan the QR code today. Wow, here we are. We're back in the Voice Lab today. Well, you know what, friends? We are doing the Voice Lab Live. This is our first Voice Lab Live. Colleen Stubbs, Nicole Borghi. You know what? We're talking about everything about visibility and voice and grabbing the mic. And we've got some great things that are coming to you. And this came out of our Voice Lab group. I know it's on the school platform. We just launched it. We're super duper excited about that. And you guys, it's free. We got the freemium package just for you. Come on, test it out, test drive it, and see what you can get. But the other, what happens with those other packages are premium and our VIP. Just check it out, you guys. It's not going to hurt you to sign up and get in the group and get to meet people, get to be in the community. Come to our solutions lab, our learning lab. We've got podcasts, we've got lives, we've got events. We've got a great event today happening, and we'll talk about that in a minute because we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping before we get on with a really big shoe today. But what we're going to talk about today is attention is cheap, leads are power. I do want to mention that today is the speaker panel, which you'll be on, Colleen. Yay!
Super
And
excited.
yeah, that's about invisible to influential. I'll put those links in the chat. Come on in. You can come in free. You can do that, right? Come in, hang out, say hello, be engaged, be surprised, be shocked and awed. I will. I always am. It's fun. But come in and you know what? If you upgrade to VIP, that supports confronting domestic violence. So we had several people that have opted in to upgrade. So I think that is so awesome. And I want to say thank you so much for the people that did. Truly, truly, what a blessing to be able to support and the purpose and passion of my heart, which is really started from volunteering and wanting to change and provide solutions to communities' pain point. And how do you do that? You support and you shout out there. You grab a mic, and that's what this is all about. If you grab a mic, you get seen and heard, you get the visibility. What happens? You get to support your community, you make change. You can shout on your soapbox all you want, get out your bullhorn and start screaming, do the video in the car. "Ah!" I don't want to do that. I want to clean up all that mascara. But there's a better way to show your support, and there's a better group to support. Yep. You got to express your anger. You got to get mad a little bit. But if you do it every day, you're not in a healthy place, and it's time for the world to wake up and share that woke doesn't mean broke. And Billy Carson said that so well with his book. I love it. Is that as coaches, as consultants, and as entrepreneurs, we need to wake up to our spirituality. We need to wake up to supporting the community. But we also need to be financially free. In this manner, we can support our drive our missions and support our what is our passionate purposes, and in this case these stages support confronting domestic violence, and influential, invisible to influential. I can say that 5 times fast even though I put that together. It is all about soul-led leadership for entrepreneurs. It's all about mindset. It's about community. It's about uh, who are you aligned with? Who are the people that you're sharing with? Who are the people in your neighborhood? And really, the benefits is really getting out of the invisible cage. What is really an influencer? More and more people are talking about this, and I love that it's finally caught on. But in influence doesn't mean that you have to get out on your bikini and sell coffee on the corner. I'm sure you can make a buck. People pay me to go away from the corner. I'm over 50, so but the good thing about that is that you can grab a mic, you can share your authentic voice, and you need to know that your community, so it's all community based, your soul tribe. If you want to truly change with the people that you collaborate with and receive some practical, actionable steps, connect with like-minded change makers, and feel real-time energy and engagement. So today we're going to have the speakers panel 12 o'clock Eastern, and that's going to be a little bit of Q&A, but we are looking forward to audience participation and some networking. So come in here, meet people, get your LinkedIn account ready so we can actually talk about people, business, and soul-led leadership in your business, because as above, so below has everything to do with, where you're aligned, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, your business will be aligned, and it will, you can have that harmony. But we're looking for fun today. I'll put that information in the chat, but let's get to it. That enough for that today. So let's talk about, what is it? Attention is cheaps, leads are power. So, hey, if you're cueing that suspense music and it seems like everything's right, you're ready to go, everything's good, but it's really that moment of an Alfred Hitchcock movie, those spy movies where something is amiss. something is dark and wrong in the background. That's probably your tech. That's what's going on backstage. It looks good on stage. You showed up, you shined. Maybe you forgot to put your pants on today, right? That dream people talked about so many times before, but it really happened on Zoom. How funny is that? But if your inbox is still silent, you're not getting people to opt in. There's no momentum. That's, it seems like it's bad luck or you're cursed. That's not really it. So Colleen, when we say attention without capture is like a slow leak. So when people aren't capturing those leads, if they're feeling good but they don't, that doesn't necessarily pay the rent. And we talked about this yesterday in the actual Voice Lab group, but a few things came up, and a lot of it was what it boiled down to was leads and follow up. And this is where you are the expert, because you really talk about the systems that you can simplify and how to continuously reach your people and keep that connection warm.
Sure, of course. And so it all goes back to, when we came online, they're like, everybody says, build your email list, build your email list. You have to have so many people on your email list. That's where you're going to be able to build your businesses, by building out this amazing email list. Get thousands of people on your email list. But the truth of the matter is, your email list is just a place where they live. If you're not feeding them, if you're not building a relationship with them, if you're not nurturing them, then they're not growing. And then they're going to leave. Then they're not engaged. And then your business isn't growing. And so if you're just capturing leads and putting them in there, then you're simply great. You're going to have an amazing email list. But the truth of the matter is, we're not here to build an email list. I'm not here to build an email list. Nicole's not here to build an email list. We are here to build relationships. And so what you have to do is capture your leads and then nurture them. And you can do that through a workflow. And that's what I do, is I create simple ways for you to nurture your leads and simple ways for you to build the relationship. Because honestly, you can have a yard full of birds, but it's more important to have however many you can have right close to you that are eating right out of your hand. And that's what we want, right? We want to have people that we have real relationships with. And I've noticed that myself, as my email list grows, and I'm sure many of you have noticed this. When I had 37 people on my email list, I had 89% engagement, right? And as it gets larger, that number goes down. Now, it's just work that needs done, and putting a workflow together so that we can actually nurture those relationships and reach out to those people. But let's say that you're on a summit or wherever you get your emails, you have a ton of emails that come in, and you add all those to your list. Great, there they are, right? The magic actually happens when you take that and put them into a workflow, when you tag them how they came in, what summit they came in from, and add them to a workflow that's going to automatically send them your heartfelt automated emails, right? And that builds the relationship. And then on top of that, of course, making sure that you're checking back with them, making sure that you're replying to every email, and making sure that you are doing the same things, treating them as your friends, looking at their content. All of the things that you would do to build and nurture a relationship with people in real life need done on your list. And so, yeah, it definitely goes beyond just lead capture. That's like your attention's cheap, right? But your leads are the power if you utilize them. Sitting
Yeah.
in your inbox, sitting in your email list doesn't do anything.
Well, that's true, because you can buy leads, or you can actually generate them with a lead magnet. You can actually get on stage and get some semi-warm leads, right? But the best thing is really, how are you not only curating them, but how are you engaging them and keeping that flow warm? And what you do is great, because I mean, and just really watching and saying, hey, I know about this, and we all know about that there needs to be leads and a workflow and a whole bunch of technical fun stuff to make that magic happen. But if you're on the stage and you're really sharing your voice, people can align with you in that and say, hey, I know who you are. They start to get into your blog, they start to read a story that you've put in there, they start to get interested and to follow you? Are you just, dive bombing them? Are you telling them that there's a problem and trying to be cute? Are you sending them text and saying, hey, I'm the best ever, and whatever. Some people lately it's a PR thing, or I get visibility. You've got 5 people on your LinkedIn account, so if you drive LinkedIn visibility, I think I want you to have more than 500 people, right? I need to, first of all, I'm going to cyber stalk you and watch you. I want to know who you are. But these people dig and reach out, kind of just like what they used to do in Facebook Messenger. But you don't get the cool pictures anymore. It's not the African prince, right? That you got to send $5,000 to and get rich. So you could build your email list and become a successful entrepreneur. I know I'm dating myself, you guys. Really, but really thinking about this is to say that how are we aligned in our message and our purpose? If you're aligned in your message when you're talking to people, if you're aligned on the stage with those people, then you are absolutely no longer the best kept secret. And if you're doing like a slow leak, people leave. People are going to unsubscribe. It's okay. It's a numbers game at every point, right? It's the same with YouTube. It's the same with social media. People have the right to unsubscribe. That is their right. That is their choice. It's okay. Let them go. It doesn't resonate. Why are you trying to work? It's like staying angry at someone. You're letting them rent space in your head. So just leave it be. You're wasting time with that. How about focus on the people that are here right now in this moment that resonate with the message and play? It's beta testing. It's checking these people. Do they, are you relatable? Are you really staying in that path? And are you keeping up with that? And then you can work on getting higher click through rates if those people that stay are actually resonating. If people just stay, they don't unsubscribe, they're not going to open your email. So why? If you think on alternatively, if you think you're supporting someone by just allowing them to dive bomb and get into your inbox 12 times a day and never opening your email, you're not supporting them. Open it, look at it, and then delete it. Get it out of your inbox. It's okay. Or just unsubscribe. You're not supporting them. It's not supporting because we're looking at numbers and we're looking at, eventually having a call to action and meeting people one to one. So there's a different way to support people. And also, when you're on someone's social media, if they're not supporting you back, get out of there. Those are not the friends. Your friends are in a certain place. And then you should have a different business outtake on there. But really, because get past it's got to always feel good on a friend level. If it's not good for your business and you're trying to promote your business, you need to actually talk about your business. Don't be evasive. If you want to make money, you got to talk about your business, and that's part of marketing, right? Don't be the best kept secret. You're the platform. You need to always rise to the occasion and shine. But so let's get to this other one here, and so it's truth too. It was content without direction is just noise, and it's really posting without a next step, right? So whispering secrets into the void, as I was mentioning before, if you're posting and you're ghosting and you're not putting a link in there with people to go, you're not doing a hand raising post, tell them what to do, ask them for their comments, getting your DM, or asking them a question. A question is no good if it has no direction or there's no real answer, or if the question is so open that there's never an answer. You want to drive people. It's like investigation. Investigators, detectives don't ask the question they don't have the answer to. Hello, that's how you get what you want. You're getting people to talk. You're getting them. You want to be 2 steps ahead and kind of reel them in a little bit, right? You are giving them a hook. You're giving them a little meat on the end or some fly fish or however it works, whatever. But the ultimate goal is to get the fish and maybe eat it. And so when we're looking at this content without direction, so you want a clear action piece of content, tell your audience where to go and why. Why do you do that? Because it's like, when you tell your audience where to go, you're telling them to raise their hand. You want to lead, right? So when we're doing this, what have you found when you have customers, whether they're in your stores calling or they're online? You got to kind of tell them what you expect at them. Ultimately, you want them to take the clothes to the cash register and make a purchase, right?
Right, absolutely. The thing is that this is the voice lab, and so let's really talk about that part of it. You have to use your voice. And so, as you were saying, open the email, read the email, then delete it, right? What's one step better? I mean, if this is somebody that you look at and this is your ICA, your ideal client avatar, then why not reply? Pick one thing in there and reply. Even if it's just a, hey, I'm excited for this new change you've got going on, or just one thing and reply, because what that does is that sets you even more apart. So when people are looking at their stats, when they go back and look and say, hey, I sent a newsletter out, let's look. Okay, I sent 500 newsletters out and I had a 25% open rate and I had so many people that clicked and I had somebody that replied, right? Oh, that automatically sets you apart. And so this is using your voice in a different way. Maybe you're not comfortable getting on stage yet, but you can sure reply in your emails, right? And so the whole thing is to build the relationship in a way that leads them into your community, into your world, and gets them comfortable there, makes them feel valued and seen and heard, so that they in return value and see and hear what you're doing, and then they're ready and prepared to jump in and buy and build with you, right? And actually love when people unsubscribe. And I'll tell you why. I would rather have 37 people in my email list that I have a relationship with that I would invite to dinner, those kind of people, than 3,700 that won't interact. And so if it's dead, if there's nothing in this relationship, like let's not have a second date. There's no sense in it. I'm in it to get married, and if you're not, then there's the door. And that's the way that it should be in our business too, right? Is that we really are trying to build actual relationships. Our content has to be relatable. It has to be relatable to our ideal client. It has to be easily read. It has to be branded. My goal is to make sure that every time somebody sees me or opens an email, they're like, oh, yeah, that's Colleen. That's Colleen. That's Colleen. Kind of like going to your grandma's house, right? She's canning, she's gardening, the same things over and over. You're like, oh, do we want to go to Grammy's? Because she's going to be canning. She's going to be working in the garden. We know what she's doing, right? We want our clients and our prospects to have that same relationship with us when they're like, okay, well, I'm looking for this. Let's go to Colleen because she has this. She's going to be doing this, right? So you always actually, as you said, Nicole, you always have to be talking about your business in some form. That gives people the opportunity to really get to know you. And then they can make an informed decision, stay in the email or get out, right?
Yeah, that's just it. If people don't want to have dinner with you, if people don't want to get to know you, that's how you build know, like, and trust. So you're not only taking all your social media, you're not only taking your emails, and you're pretty much repurposing. You're doing a rinse and repeat. You're going to share probably the same videos. You're going to share the same commercials. You're going to share the same introductions. People want to know that they can count on you. There's consistency. Just pulling it out of the air and being like, hey, we're just going to get on a podcast and we're just going to talk about whatever. There has to be a goal and a drive. The audience members don't want to be there. We're not comedians, so we're not going to just talk about random stuff, right? There is a goal in business. You pretty much want to make money in the end. You want to build lasting connections, and let them unsubscribe because you're not talking to them. You're wasting your time. Just because you have 3,000 frenemies on Facebook doesn't mean that they're going to be there to support you. You don't need to try and touch all of them. You need to drive. And it sounds so backwards and it sounds so wrong, but the just lost my train of thought. What I was going to say is, the more you niche down your avatar, the more you get consistent and with the alignment of the community you want to support and the clients you want to bring in and get to know yourself and truly become the soul-led leader and rise to the occasion and automate and delegate, the stronger your connections in a small group get, and the stronger and more expansion, that more other people will be attracted to you. It's bizarre in the way that it happens, but you start small and grow big. You don't grow big and try to reach all the people all the time because they're not paying attention to you. And that's what happened with her. I mean, proof in the pudding. We launched the school lab. We have about 115 people now on there, and in a community that we supported on a smaller scale, and they came back to support us. And what a great group of people that have come in there, and what a blessing, and just say, hey, we totally niche down what we're doing. And in our heart, we want to share the importance of visibility. And that's why we talk about it so much, not only because business wise, we just launched it. Of course, we're going to talk about it. Hello, that's branding. But the other thing is that it's exciting. We did a thing,
Exciting.
and you should celebrate. And that's important in staying in that and remembering why you do what you do. And so people will come to support you.
Well, and the thing is, Nicole, is let me paint this picture for you. So, my last boutique was Chicken Lips, and we can get past the name and get onto the story. But um, I was able, and this was business number 7, and so I was able to, at that point, I'd learned enough life lessons and business lessons, and I'm here to share those with everybody. So that's why I bring up these stories. But I was able to be there, and when a client would come in, a customer would come in, I could look at them and say, "Oh my gosh, I have just the perfect thing for you," and go get off the rack exactly the right size, exactly the right outfit that would be flattering for that lady, that customer, right? And I even had people say, I don't know if this is like, I would never wear anything like this. I'm like, try it on, sis. And then let's talk, And they put it on and be like, oh my God, you know me so well. This is so perfect. And then I would say, Kelly's going to check you out. Go ahead, or look around more. And when you're ready, Kelly will check you out. But being able to be the face and voice of my business like that, not having to stand behind the cash register and not having to be the person gift wrapping the gift, not have to be the one bagging it up, not have to be the one shipping the inventory, right? Being able to just be the front voice and face of my business and get to know my clients on an intimate level is what made the difference, right? And so if you take that into the online world, what we're talking about is automating and delegating, right? When you have somebody else that runs the checkout process, that runs the nurture sequence because it's automated, when that's going on its own, then that frees you up. Yeah, you still get to get out and be on podcasts, be on summits, talk to your clients, get on one-on-ones with your prospects, these kind of things, respond to their content, interact and engage with them and build that relationship. That's what the automation and delegation give you the freedom to do. Now, when we come inside the Voice Lab, the reason I'm so excited about the Voice Lab, and I haven't discussed this with Nicole, so don't kick me under the table. The reason I'm so excited about it is because I've never been in business for the money. I've never been in business for the money. I've never needed the money, and I don't say that to be hoity-toity. I say that because my husband provided well. I have done business to entertain myself, to keep myself busy, to give myself purpose, things of that nature. I have done things and built things that I love. And in doing so, I've found the value in them, and I want to share that. I see all these people coming in the Voice Lab, and I want them to have freedom in their business. I truly want to teach them how to automate, delegate, simplify so that they can have a business and a lifestyle they love. I really want them to be able to do that. And so this is a great opportunity inside there to sit down and talk all things business, right? Like we have Solutions Lab. You have a problem with something you're doing, can't quite figure out the tech, whatever it is. I have all the tech tools. Meet me on there at 7:30 in the morning and I'll walk you through it. And this is free. This is a free service we're doing in there.
Yeah.
Maybe you're creating a lead magnet and you just need more eyes on it because something isn't just right. And you You can't quite pinpoint it because you've been working on it for 10 hours. And so you just need somebody else to look at it and say, maybe tweak this or tweak that. That's what it's there for, right? You don't understand where the disconnect is between you and your prospects or what could possibly be going wrong. Get second eyes on it. Have come into the solutions lab and have us talk to you. Nicole's doing this on Thursdays and Fridays at 5 to 6 Central Standard Time. I do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then we also have the Learning Lab where we're actually teaching business concepts. We're teaching you how to get seen and heard, how to simplify, how to automate, how to delegate. We're spilling the secrets in there. And this is every Monday at 11:30 Central Standard Time. So there's a lot of value in there. And of course, we have paid tiers. That's for more things. But get in there and get the value and really see the community we're building. Take advantage of our good old hearts and the fact that Nicole really wants you to be comfortable and confident on stage. She wants you to know your business inside out so that you don't need 45 slides to do a presentation. You need 5 with key talking points. You need a few for
Yeah.
people to look at, and you can just talk your way through it. And you're comfortable and confident in sharing your message because you understand the value of what you're bringing to the table. And sometimes it takes somebody else saying, "Are you really comfortable with this? Because this doesn't look or feel like it aligns with you." And that's a whole nother topic. But being able to be confidently, uniquely you is an amazing asset to your business. And so being able to say to somebody, hey, get out of the suit. You're not really the monkey suit kind. Get on a black t-shirt. Let's go. Shine as you always are. What that does too is makes it so that you can just show up wherever you are and be like, hey, I'm here and go live. And you're confident and comfortable in it because you're not putting on a show. You're not putting on a facade that you don't want to carry, right?
Absolutely. You do need the girlfriend to go, you know what? That cocktail dress isn't quite you.
Yeah.
How about this one?
Yeah.
Right? Maybe you need an evening gown. I've had to say that. I was at an event with a friend and they came out with a short cocktail 21-year-old party dress. And it's like, okay, good for you, but this is not the place. It's more of a professional atmosphere. And if you show up, you're not gonna get the attention that you're looking for, right? And saying that, hey, this is the red shade that you need, right? We did the MAC a thing for Nordstrom's one year when I was back in a beautician day, and it was like, look, these are the colors. We had a set of colors. We were doing MAC. We were setting up hair and makeup to expand on the MAC line, which was awesome because we got free makeup. Hello. And MAC is amazing, but we had sets for different skin tones, and it's like, what's going to make these people look good? You don't want them to look like a 3-year-old just got into your makeup and they're out of control and lipsticks all over the face and the walls and the cat and the dog and everything, right? And really just saying what can you do to accessorize in the best manner? Who's going to make you look good, and how are they making you stand out and truly shine? And that's the other thing is for me where this started was that part of this was when I was doing virtual reality and I started doing events and working with people to say, hey, how can you get a return on your investment? For one, of what you're spending because you want to get money back. I don't want people to come in and spend a certain amount of money and not get a return on their investment. But let them know that hey, there's some bumpers here down the bowling alley, but you still may not get a strike. You still may not get all the pins. We could do as much as we can. I can't do everything. We do need to kind of play around with that and have some failures. But along with the successes, the other thing was when we're having groups and we're doing workshops and groups with confronting domestic violence and we're bringing people in my heart, the best thing for people is to say, hey, you cannot be free unless you're financially free. I cannot support confronting domestic violence and give them money unless I'm making money, right? So I can make my money and say where my money growing. I can take the money and share with other people how to be successful. Open a bank account, get a workflow in there. Because why are you speaking on stage? People want to know where to find you. So this is where we go. So and we've also addressed leads with permission, and it's, when someone's opting in, they're not just downloading something, they want to get in your juice. They want to know you. They want to get into you. They want to get in your skin, right? You want to get to feel when you get into that vibe and you're like, I want everything, Colleen or Nicole, or I want everything, hey, maybe, hey, I want to be like Alex Hermosi. Him and his wife talk about business all the time. They talk about leveling up, and here's what you need to overcome to the next level. Why are they so good? I'm not an Alex Hermosi, right? I'm not a Grant Cardone. I get that. But here's some tips that I've learned that if you just never do it and you're always getting to it, then that's okay. You can stay where you're at. Earl Nightingale talks about it all the time. It's not only conforming, but procrastination. So when are you going to move forward with it? So bring the people into your group and say, hey, you know what? If you want to say no boys allowed, if you want to say, hey, nobody with a bright red lipstick allowed in the group, that's okay. You can say that quietly and say, hey, so the people that support me, I'm going to support them. And if you have that good group, you will truly have the collaboration instead of just getting in a tribe to get in the tribe. So really what we talked about today, is one, attention without capture is a slow leak. And content without direction is just noise. And three, leads mean permission and power. That's what we're bringing each week to you. You can group workshop this on Mondays at 12:30, and you can also get some the tidbits on Tuesdays and Thursdays with Colleen and I, and we'll both start to be restreaming this on Thursday, so it'll be on both of our platforms so we could share to a wider audience. The more people we can share to, and the more people that hear this message, I'm truly a believer that I don't want to just change one person's life. Because if they're good, they're financially free, and they're successful, they're going to go back to their community, and their community is going to suck them dry. So, what if we fixed the community and we fixed millions within that community and made all those people in that group, in that tribe, more supportive? And so, how can we change that dynamic? So, really nurturing your relationships. Come today, you guys, to invisible to influential. Get into the speakers panel. You get to know more about the speakers. This is what it means by grabbing the mic. Be aligned. Come ready when you get on the stage. You have your media kit, but really have your lead magnet so people can connect you, not a Google Doc. When you're starting in your business, you want to collect leads. Support the people that you're getting on the stage with. If you're getting on someone's stage, bring what they ask for, not what you want. So if they're asking for a lead magnet for you to grasp that, bring it. The second thing is email people. Have that workflow ready. Whether you set it on automation or you do it yourself, have it ready. Have the thank you ready. Let people know who you are. Brand yourself. Reach out to them and say, hey, don't forget to get my free gift. Thanks for showing up. Even those people who didn't, they can always upgrade on the after, right? Let them know what's going on. They want to hear from you. They came to hear from you. Everybody wants to get to know you. Everybody needs to work with you. That's it. And everybody has money to support that. So look at it that way. And then there's a cyclical effect. And just do consistent things. Show up fully. And become part of the group. Get on the stage, grab the mic. Any last words, friend? We're coming to an end. Thank you guys.
I do. Imagine that I have last words. So the thing is we're all on this like stairway to heaven, right? To success. We all want to be there. We are not Alex Hormozy, and that's fine. But a lot of people, we need to remember that they need to learn to step on the step stool first, and then the small ladder, and then the big ladder, and then get on the stairway to heaven. And so there's a process. And so you and I are at the end where we're teaching people to get on the ladder. You don't have to get on the stairway to heaven yet, but that is part of the path is to get there. And the most powerful thing that you can do with success is to help other people obtain success. The most powerful thing you can do. So
Oh,
that's what we're here to do is we've learned this. That's what you're here to do. Everybody that's listening to this, you've learned a lesson, you've got a valuable product or service, and the most valuable thing you can do with that, the most powerful thing you can do with that is to share it with others so that they can be successful too.
Yay, absolutely. Support them and they'll support you, right? And that's a great thing. Well said. We'll end on that, you guys. We'll see you at 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific time for some great conversation, some great speakers on the stage. Support them that support you, and also some engagement afterward. We're looking forward to the networking. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for joining the Voice Lab podcast. We'll see you on the other side. Bye bye. Bye bye.